Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your monthly reading, general monthly reading for the month of May 2022 for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. If you are new to me, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Remember, guys, give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Double tap that bell to get notified of all the readings. Your weekly readings are usually out by the weekend, if not sooner. Your monthly readings are, I try to get them out the week before the new month starts, depending on my schedule. And speaking of schedules, if you've been wanting to book a personal reading with me, Reiki, healing services, energy clearing, coaching, all of that is available in the description box below under the Linktree link. Depending on when you catch this, there may still be an available discount code for my Acuity live calls. That's through Zoom. And, you know, I should have some, by the time you catch this, I should have some listings up in my Etsy shop for recorded readings. So let's tap into the energy for the month ahead. I pull a 9-card spread for your monthlies just to get a better idea of the energies all around, beginning, middle, and end. 6 of Wands just kind of flew out here. So let's get to it. 5 of Wands, Queen of Swords, 9 of Cups. I feel like at the beginning of the month, you may experience a little bit of conflict, like you want to be happy for someone, or I feel like I don't know why, but there's a sense of competition. But it feels almost like playful competition. I don't know how to explain this. Like, I don't feel like there's a negative energy towards this type of competition. So this could be in the workplace. This could be in your business, you know, like perhaps somebody that, I'm hearing like influencer status, right? So like somebody that does something similar as you or services that you offer, and you're seeing their growth, you're seeing their, you know, wish fulfillment, and vice versa. I feel like you've both seen each other grow, and now it kind of feels like a race that's neck and neck, like who's doing better. But you have to be careful of that, okay? Because you should look up to each other and you should build each other up instead of, you know, feeling that need for competition, feeling that, you know, sense of conflict or why them, not me type energy. I don't feel like it's negative, but I feel that it can have the potential for that type of negative energy, okay? I also feel that for some of you, if you are in business or, you know, entrepreneurship, I feel like you need to be careful with certain words that you say or how you say it. Your tone can come off a bit, I don't even want to say harsh. I think sometimes it may come off a bit too blunt or straight up, and not everybody can handle hearing something that matter of fact or that, you know, blunt or straight up, which leaves people conflicted, you know, conflicted within their own mind, their own inner feelings, views of themselves, but also it can taint their view of you, right? Not that they have you on a pedestal or anything like that, Virgo. I do feel like if they know you for being a specific way, right? Like you're a good listener, you can analyze things, you can easily break things down, and you convey your message in a way that comes off, you know, loving, heartwarming, but still blunt and straight up. I feel like sometimes you get in the zone where you kind of just say things and it might come off a little bit weird or a little bit like, you know what you're trying to say. You know, you have good effort, meaning effort to convey a message with love and compassion or empathy. And it may not come off that way, depending on what's going on at that moment. And I feel like you miss it. You miss that opportunity. You don't even realize it, but the other person doesn't. So be mindful of that, especially if you are, you know, meeting with clients, coaching, I'm also seeing children. So if you're dealing with children, be mindful of that. This could be you and the way you talk to your children as well. Halfway through the month, or your colleagues, I just heard that, or your colleagues. So, if you may be in the zone at work and then you just say something kind of like, I'm still working, leave me alone, but, not in that way. I feel like it does come off a little bit like, oh, sorry, I bothered you, and I know you don't mean it that way. I feel like you'll have a little bit of a cleanup job to do with that. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm hearing to pull an extra card for the Five of Wands, because I do feel that conflict can linger on, whether it's inner conflict, inner turmoil, conflict for the other person. Yeah, see, what you don't see is, I think that you've been through some tough times, and so you feel like you're strong enough to handle anybody's tone or the way they say things. However, not everyone is at the level of healing or where you're at. Okay, so just be mindful of that. The way you maybe communicate things or say things or convey things, right? So maybe I should move this over a little bit so you can watch that, so you can see the other cards. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. Okay, so halfway through the month, we've got Six of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Nine of Wands, right? I feel like some of you have been fighting for a raise, fighting for acknowledgement at work, fighting for additional money. I feel like you've been kind of, and the word I'm hearing is proclaiming, like, I bring so much to the table, and yet I'm not seeing an increase in my salary, in my, business, in my whatever, fill in the blank, right? I also feel that some of you have probably felt very stressed out and overloaded, like, you give me more work but not more money. Where is the compensation for all this additional stuff you're giving me? And when they do turn around and give you something, it's like kibbles, like you're expecting more in return, and it feels like you almost have to beg for it. Now, Virgo, don't beg. Take a moment. I know it may not be the exact amount that you want. It may feel almost like a slap in the face or an insult, but take a moment, just be grateful and say, acknowledge where you are on your path, on your journey. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've come a long way. I know that I've learned a lot along the way. I've challenged myself, and I've realized that I can handle a lot more as things have been thrown at me. And I appreciate and I understand this amount that has been given to me. However, I'm really looking forward to further increasing my opportunities for growth, for financial growth, for financial expansion, maybe a title change that comes with a bump in your pay. There are ways to get creative with words in terms of conveying the message that you and I both know I do a lot of shit here and I'm not getting paid enough. So what can we do? And that's just me being, pretty straight up about it, but just, delivering a message with professionalism and tact. And I do feel that you have somebody that is willing to listen. You do have somebody that's probably at the top of the food chain, the CEO, lead, manager, whomever, right? Or even financiers, your backers, your financial backers. I do feel like you have somebody here who is very open to listening to you and is willing to work with you. It does feel like it's been a long time coming, okay, with this Nine of Wands energy. But you know what? I'm loving that, the Nine of Cups is here. So there are positive things for you. And regardless of the feeling that you may receive or that you may feel halfway through the month, remember, we also have the full moon lunar eclipse midway through the month in the sign of Scorpio, right? So you may feel a bit fired up. You may feel like you're kind of a bit on the attack as well. And I feel like there's a lot of the residual energies because at the beginning of the month, we're still feeling a little bit of the energetic effects of the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, right? So keep those energies in mind. I do feel, however, you're closing out the month, very positive energy, like message received by your employer, by your company, by the universe. Like, again, like I said, you have to convey the message in a way that really highlights and acknowledges everything that you've learned, that you've been able to meet deadlines, that you've been able to, you know, fulfill certain expectations at a moment's notice. And yet you'd like more than recognition. You'd like a title and an increase in salary. I feel like you're working on some type of proposal or proposition or a meeting with someone higher up to convey that message, and that you would appreciate, you know, more than just recognition or a certificate or, you know, a nameplate, basically. I do feel like he's got his two fingers up, like, all right, message heard, message received. You've got the keys here that really remind me of like, you know, opening pathways, roads that lead to new beginnings, right? I even feel like some of you may even be given, like they've already given you more responsibility, but now they're like, okay, let's one up on that. We're going to give you even more responsibility and make you lead. We're going to give you even more responsibility. Also heard the keys to the store or the keys to the office. So some of you may be getting your own store, your own office, your own location, whatever that may mean. For example, they may be building a satellite location, a new location, and they haven't really you know, hired staff for that. They're going to put it on you and be like, you know, you're right. How about we put you at this location. You're in charge of this facility, of this department, of this location. You can hire your own staff. You'll have an increase in pay and benefits and whatnot. And it kind of blows you away, because I feel like some of you don't expect like, oh, okay, more work. But this time, message received. They do appreciate you. They know what you've done. They know how far you've come. They understand it. So I absolutely feel like for some of you definitely have a lot of growth and expansion financially. I do see a step in pay or a new title altogether, you know, a bonus, meeting sales goals, whatever it may be. I feel like by the end of the month, you see a very nice increase in your finances at the end of the month. I feel like you'll start seeing it halfway through the month towards the end. So those of you like in sales, you may see that pick up for you. Okay. Look at that. Excuse me. Right when I was going to say, tell me more about the middle of the month, and that's exactly what this is. So remember what I said, halfway through the month. I know some of you may feel a bit, you know, insulted or off put by the little bit. Like, I feel like some of you are saying, you're giving me kibbles and I do so much more work, right? Like, the additional compensation does not match the additional workload that you've tacked on. And I feel like, you know, again, finding the right words, the right way to convey your message in a way that comes off tactful professionalism, that really highlights your work ethic and not, hear this out, and not your anger, your bitterness, your resentment, I feel like you want to be like, the audacity that you only gave me like a couple pennies, a couple nickels, right? Make sure that that is how your message is conveyed. Okay, so moving forward, I love this bottom row. I don't even want to, as I was saying, I don't even want to touch this row. And this comes out. Seriously, I didn't even see what the bottom card was. I just moved it up so that you guys can see it. I don't know if you caught it when it flew out because of the angle here. But Wheel of Fortune, big, massive changes in your finances. Virgo, you are looking fine with more than a dime, okay? Seriously, your money is looking really good. It does feel like it's been a long time coming. I'm seeing double Taurus here. So since we've entered Taurus season, I do feel that this will happen within Taurus season. Now, remember, our next season after this is going to be Gemini. And I believe that starts like the 19th or 20th of May. So I do feel like within the first 20 days, the first 22 days of the month is when you're going to see be, you know, that slow movement coming in, but it does end up coming in. So some of you will have unexpected deliveries of money is what I heard. So somebody comes to you and delivers you a check, certified mail, you know, finances that you just didn't even realize were coming your way. So be mindful of that, because let me tell you, this looks freaking amazing for you. May is looking to be an abundant month for you. Absolutely. Look at that. This right here is Taurus season right there. Strong Taurus. And because it's a major arcana, I'm very apt to believe that Spirit is saying, listen, this Taurus season, you're about to see money. And especially because Taurus rules, you know, the luxuries of life, the home, you know, the home environment and the comforts of home, material needs being met, okay? Your bills are paid, car note, house. Some of you may be buying a house. Your offer is accepted. You get the loan that you need to buy a house, a car even. I do feel that it's looking very, very nice for you guys. Beautiful freaking energy. Oh my God. And at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles. After a long time of trying to figure out bills and burdens and how you're going to make ends meet and looking towards the future, you said, I'm going to take control of my own future, of my own life, of my own destiny. Hello. Seriously? Virgo. Don't you just love synchronicities and the way the universe speaks to us? Definitely keep your eye on the prize here. Stay optimistic, stay positive, and stay in that energy of abundance and aligning yourself to abundance and, you know, trusting in the universe that the universe is going to help take care of your needs. The universe is, you know, seeing where you're at, where you're going, and what it is that you need to fulfill those dreams. I shuffled a few times and we're back to the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. I will leave that there. Let's pull energy oracles for the month. I have not used this beautiful deck in quite some time. I have missed it. So I'm going to pull a few of these and maybe a magical messages from the fairies. Look at that. Magical messages from the fairies to close out the reading as well. Remember, guys, I do put the weekly readings out usually by the weekend. So make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on if you'd like to book a personal reading, coaching, or Reiki energy clearing. That information is in the description box below under my Linktree link. Beautiful. The temple path and journey absolutely tells me you are being guided, divinely guided. Look at that at the bottom of this deck. Seriously, this pretty much just wraps it up, right? Door to personal healing and happiness. These are your energy cards for the month. Okay, so energies that you may be feeling is that you're definitely on this divinely guided path. Your spirit guides, guardian angels, they really are shining a light on your next steps, what to expect. And I feel that they really came through strongly in this reading. Let me know down below in the comments how this resonates with you. I'd love to know. You know, this lets me know that I'm on the right wavelength with you guys and I'm able to connect with your energy more quickly. Okay, so the temple path and journey, like I feel like you have gone on this long journey. It feels long-winded. It's like I don't know how to explain it. I feel like sometimes it feels like you've been on this journey for a long time, and then sometimes you look back and you realize it hasn't been that long, right? I do feel though that, and this is something that I feel like some of you are barely coming to this realization, your guides have always been around you, your spirit guides, guardian angels. Some of you may have deceased loved ones. I'm hearing very, very clearly, Virgo, there's a Virgo here who has beautiful grandmother energy around her, okay? Very loving, soft, touching, very caring and nurturing grandmother energy around. Okay, so know that when she's around, you will know immediately. You will get that instant feeling of, you know, of where you suddenly think of her, you suddenly remember her, you suddenly see something that reminds you of her. And I want you to take a moment and just acknowledge her presence at that time. Just because they're not here with us in the physical 3D does not mean that their spirit, their soul, their, just their essence isn't still around. Okay. So just acknowledge and say, oh, whatever you used to call her, grandmother, granny, whatever. Right. And just say, I know that you're here with me. Put a hand over your heart and just let grandmother know. I know that you're here with me. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for letting me know you're here. And just say, whatever it is that you want to say. If they were in person, I love you. I miss you. Have conversations with them. I really wish you were here. Whatever it may be. Don't be afraid. And know that is what will make your connection to your grandmother, your spirit guides, guardian angels that much stronger. Okay. Because I do feel like, also this came through right now. So this isn't for everyone, but there is somebody here whose grandmother died very young. Not them very young, but while you were very young, like you were a child, you were real small, you have a faint memory of her. Like it's almost as though you can remember her or remember time with her, but you don't know if you made that up in your imagination or if it was real. It's real. Those memories are coming to you because she's coming in to remind you of them. Okay. And that she's treasured that time with you. Very important message for someone. I love it. Thank you, grandmother spirit, for coming through. So the temple path definitely tells me you have more than one spirit guide, guardian angel, deceased loved one that is around you. They work collaboratively to help guide you, to help bring opportunities for you. Your angels need your permission to step in and continue to help you. They're really just around you, waiting for you to say, okay, I need your help with this, or give me some guidance, give me my next step. Your next steps are already laid out. You have to be open to receiving. And I do feel that you are on that path. With 6 chakra archangel Metatron, you really get, this is third eye, right? You really get that intuitive nudge. You really get the clarity that you need. You're in your mind's eye. Again, the message I was hearing, when you feel you have faint memories of something and you don't know, is that real? Is it not? That is your mind's eye communicating and connecting with you in the 3D. We all have a different version of ourselves in the spirit realm, right? In the 5D, where we can connect with others on a spiritual level, on a soul level. Connecting on the 3D is the physical, right? So I do feel like it's time for you to really trust your mind's eye on the messages that you are receiving. Trust your intuition, your higher self, your higher guides. Really take into appreciation how far you've come on your path. And I feel like I'm like the big message I just heard right now is don't be afraid to make bold moves, make some waves, but do it ethically, do it with integrity, do it in a way that doesn't make you or anyone else look bad. Like you don't build yourself up by breaking someone down. You build yourself up by being you, by being in your authentic energy, by putting yourself out there as you are, right? And as you are is how people will see you. It's very easy to pick up on fake people energy is what I'll call it, right? Very easy. And some people may not pick it up right away, but those that are enlightened on a spiritual journey, on their spiritual path, pick it up, could smell it a mile away, right? So that's very, very beautiful energy. You really are at that entryway, that pathway of the door to healing and personal happiness. I do feel like you have done a lot of the work, a lot of the inner work, the shadow work. There are fears and self-doubts that you've had to come through, setting boundaries in different areas of your life, at work, in your relationships, in your friendships, in your family connections. And let's see what the fairies have in store for you. Oh, beautiful. New home and daughter. Okay, so maybe grandmother energy is highlighting a relationship here with her, or, her daughter. Some of you have a daughter or will soon be expecting a daughter or granddaughter. Ooh, beautiful. Look, didn't I say earlier, you know, you've been trying to buy a house or get money for it, your offer is accepted. Look at that. Your wish is granted and new home. Okay. Some of you are excited to provide this new home for your daughter, by the way, or you envision yourself having a daughter. I also heard some of you that may have lost a child, maybe weren't sure about the sex. It feels like it was a baby girl, okay? 1212 on my clock right now. So look up those angel numbers. They may be of significant meaning to you. I don't know if you heard that, but I sure heard a bell on my laptop behind me. So I just heard a dink when I said that. So new home and your wish is granted. I do feel the fairies are absolutely assisting you with the financial help, the move. Ask for the assistance that you need financially, physically, energetically, time-wise, right? That a lot goes into buying and moving into a new home. Maybe you're not buying, but you may be moving into a new home. If this is something that you've been thinking about for some time, I feel like the fairies are now saying, the fairies and angels are now saying, listen, you're on the verge of finding that perfect home for you. Whether you're buying or renting, doesn't matter. You may be moving in with a partner, but I do feel like a whole new home environment is what really brings all of your manifestations together. A change of your energy, a change of your atmosphere, very positive energies here. I freaking love it for you guys. I feel the need to pull one more card here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I know I've been pulling it out in the last couple weeks for the weekly readings, but I want to try here in the monthlies because we are dealing with a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse that will affect the first half of the month. And, you know, some of you may be feeling the effects of that. And let's not forget Mercury retrograde halfway through the month, right? Oh, this definitely reminds me of, you know, the card of wisdom really says, you know, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. You not only do you have it within you, but also the wisdom and the knowledge and the wherewithal to seek out additional help and wisdom and details and next step moving forward for whatever path you choose to take, right? I mean, this person is on a boat on top of a stack of books. I feel as though, and she's reaching out to the universe, right? Master number 22. So partnerships are important at this time. 222 is a number you may be seeing often. Now, this boat really reminds me of the Six of Swords energy, moving on to calmer waters, smoother waters, right? A new home may bring that type of peace and tranquility to your home. Perhaps where you're living at now really isn't the most conducive to the family dynamics that you may have or your situation. And perhaps for some of you, moving in with a partner may feel like it gives you a sense of stability and partnership and strength financially and physically, you know, that perhaps you didn't have in your last location or your current location, depending on where you're at. I do feel for some of you that maybe you kind of go out on a whim and you think, you know, maybe I should take a look at some listings and see what's out there. And by the end of the month, you're going to find something. So you may be moving I'm going to say within 1 to 3 months. You may be moving between now and July. I'm definitely feeling a new home for some of you. And I feel like here with the wisdom, you know, she's going out into smoother waters, trying to seek answers from the universe. She's standing on a pile of books where the answers are already there. Sometimes we need to figure out how to co-create with the universe and the knowledge we have within us. And it's really, really important that you keep that in mind moving forward and how you navigate those energies. Oh my God, I picked up the book and it opened up right up to that one. It says, I use my knowledge and experience to make wise decisions. Wisdom is more than mere knowledge. There may be something you aren't seeing and need to research more thoroughly. You aren't seeing that you're standing on the answers on that card, right? Wisdom is gathered, but it takes time. Learn from your experience. You might wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you are uncertain. I love this for you. This is very, very beautiful. I do feel, again, like what I was hearing earlier, is that this is the month for you to make some bold moves, take some bold steps. And look at that. This card also came out, the card of self-reflection. So really, and I heard look towards your inner being, but also when something or someone triggers you, really look at that as a mirror as to what it is that's triggering within you. Something that you may need to release, heal, understand, and let go of. It really helps you to move forward in a better way. Also feel like give yourself some credit as to how far you've come. You really have come a long way. Virgo, this is a great reading for the month of May. Cannot wait to see what else is in store as we go week by week. So remember, weekly readings are out by the weekend, if not sooner. Your monthly readings are usually out by the end of the, previous month. And any bonuses or lives that I have in store when time permits, I will most definitely pop in. Love you guys so much. Book a personal reading in the links in the description box below. Check out my link tree. You could book a Zoom reading for a live private reading, Reiki session, coaching, or my Etsy store. I will be posting up links. So if they're sold out, if you're not seeing listings, I will be putting them up as I move things around in my schedule. Have a great month. I can't wait to see what your weekly readings have in store. Take care. Bye.